guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Faith. I'm writing an adult literary fiction novel named Therapy Confessions. This angle, I kind of want like the table not to be seen. So I'm writing that. It's about a girl who goes to therapy and then we just follow this therapeutic relationship. Anyways, in today's video we're talking about titles, because I just like have a bunch of titles. Like, I'm such like a huge titling person. I have 2 pages full of like titles I've had, and we're going to be talking about good titles and bad product titles. And I feel like I'm not very much a person who just gives advice, so instead I'm going to give examples, say why I did or didn't like the title, and then that'll be just like I was about to say lesson, but I feel like I'm just like not the type of person to give a lesson, so whatever. And these are like my opinions of like what a good title and what a bad title is, so whatever. And these are obviously my past novels. Plus I have like 17 minutes for my what's called dryer, so I'll like leave at 13 minutes once this thing says 13 minutes. Or should I do like give it myself like whatever, unless my roommate comes in, then I'm just gonna stop recording. But like for now, we're just gonna have this, and then I'll just like share my opinions. Then if I get cut short, I'll tell you guys, or I won't. If my roommate comes in, then that means I just like turned it off and just like didn't say anything. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so for first title we have is Invisible Scars. So Invisible Scars was my young adult novel about a girl dealing with depression, and it's just like not simple. So Invisible Scars, I feel like this is just a title. Like, I mean, I like this title. Like, honestly, it's a good title. My problem is the fact that I feel like another book has this title, or another poem has this title, or just like this title is used and it exists, and that's why I'm just like, I don't know about it. But like, so like, I guess let's break it down. Like, I'll actually no, I already broke it down. Invisible Scars, like, because it's just like her pain is invisible, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So that's just like very simple, very easy. I like it. I just, again, told you guys why. Okay, so then the next title we have is Mirrors Hate My Face. Mirrors Hate My Face is, which novel was this? I think this was like Therapy Confessions. This was like Therapy Confessions, and then it was about like the unreal and the not real, whatever. Okay, so I like this title. Like, I'd honestly give a novel this name. My problem is that this Mirrors Hate My Face very much gives like, this is a novel about beauty. This is a novel about like whatever, and Mirrors Hate My Face, like the actual book didn't match the title, which like your title needs to match your book. Like, you can't just have like a title that has nothing to do with your book. So like, for that reason it's not good. But like, I do like that title. Like, I did definitely give a book about beauty that name. Then we have plus I was gonna make this video in a format of like what is it, tier ranking. I ended up not doing tier ranking because like I don't know how to work my computer, because it's like a laptop that my school gave me. So like, yeah, I feel like I want to say like I'm in actually obviously I'm in college or whatever, but yeah, it's a laptop my school gave me, and I just don't know how to work it and whatever, so I just washed my hair. So yeah, so then the next book we have is They Fell Apart. I hated this title. Like, I'm so sorry. This title is so close to We Fall Apart by yeah, it's so close to that, and I almost like kept saying that name. It's just like, no, I'm not doing a title that's very close to like a very famous book's name. Like, that's just not worth it. Like, whatever. Yeah. And then They Fell Apart. They Fell Apart was my original, like, the next book I'm going to talk about, but like the novel where these 3 siblings, I guess in different ways, they fall apart due to class reasons, and they just like take it out on like 3 different ways of just like taking in, yeah, like there are 3 different outcomes for them being poor, basically. Like, and that's just like the three different people. That's basically what it was. So like I feel like the name does fit. The problem is that it's just way too close to a famous novel. And then we have If I Had the Money. If I Had the Money is my current book. Well, not my current book, like the book I want to write after the book where I'm writing now, Therapy Confessions. If I Had the Money, I don't like it when like pronouns. Wait, is I a pronoun? I should know this. I'm a writer, like, but like I don't like it when I'm gonna say pronouns. Like now, like I actually, but I like she, her. I just hate I think I is like the only one I hate. I think I also hate your or you. I don't know. I hate eyes in like sentences. I just feel like I don't know if it's just like if it's normal. I don't know. I just don't like when I is used in a title, and I do like this title, but like I just feel like I don't know if it's just like titles don't have an I, or if they do, I don't know. I like the name because If I Had the Money, the book is also like, it's the same book as this last book where it's talking about class and stuff. So it's like the main character, I just focused on one of the main characters from the novel instead of just like all three. And it's about a girl who's like obsessed with money, and then like she questions if she focused on the wrong things as a child because like her sister is in some religious group, basically. Then we have Winter. One-word titles are weird for me. I'm gonna have like 3 one-word titles. Let me just say all the one-word titles. So we have Winter, Lila, and Creative. Okay, my favorite of the 3 is Creative, because Creative, like, the novel is about this world where like things that people are like creativity, creativity, curiosity, like there's these like god-esque people who just like have these names, and like basically creativity gets lost and curiosity is looking for her, and then it's talking about like how creativity is being like lost in society. That was like something I wrote like when I was like a teenager or whatever. Yeah, and like basically in this world creativity is just like this, not because it's not valued. Creativity like leaves or like is gone, and basically I feel like the main character's name that they're looking for is Creative, which good. And then also like the theme of the novel is creativity, so I love that one-word title. Like that's my favorite out of my one-word titles. Then we have Lila. This is the worst one. Lila was a story about like these kids who were looking for this person named Lila. Lila is, I don't know, the solution to the problem. She's just like this older person who, okay, so basically in this novel, these people's school burns down, and it's like this religious school or something, and like Lila is just like this person who has the answers. I don't like this title because like Lila, like I don't like it when like I feel like the novel should not be focused on like the Lila, because she's not the, I don't know, theme of the novel, if that makes sense. Like she's just like this person who's just like very much like what everything's surrounded around. It's just like in a little life, like what Jude was in the novel. Like I feel like naming the novel Jude even would work there, because that's the main one of the main characters. But like Lila was just like this random character who was just like basically, if you solve the mystery, Lila was just like guiding them. And I just feel like that just like didn't work. Okay, then we have the one I'm probably still gonna have, like Winter. Winter is my probably gonna be the 3rd novel I write, and Winter is about this girl, not this girl, like she's an adult, but like she has depression and she has like seasonal, yeah, and like her name is Winter. and then seasonal depression, winter, and then just like I feel like it does cover a lot of themes of like winter and stuff like that. Is it my favorite? Not exactly, because unlike creative, I don't think winter is like a theme of the novel. It's how your relationships are affected by mental health. That's what the novel is about. But I still like the novel because like everything does surround winter, both the person and the season. So yeah, I do like that one. I'm good. At least it's good, a placeholder, and I might keep it. Yeah. Then the next novel we have is When Death Calls. When Death Calls was my what was it? It was my okay. Wait. Oh yeah, it was like the novel about the person with depression again. I don't like this title. I'm sorry. Like When Death Calls. I feel like I was just doing any type of like what is it? Imagery with the depression, and like that was just like what I was doing. The problem with it is that it's just, it doesn't sound good. I don't know. It just, what does it give off? It gives off like a fantasy vibe, even though it's a contemporary fiction book. Maybe even, no, it gives so much fantasy when I'm looking at it. Like I don't like that. And I feel like when you're picking a title, you have to think of like the genre you're writing in, because like there are titles that don't show up in some genres, and you have to like think about that. Yeah, just like look at a bunch of titles and then you realize that like certain words like death, kill, whatever are very prominent in like mysteries, but then in a certain way they can be prominent in like a fantasy book. And like When Death Calls just gives fantasy, and then just like there are certain words that just like make a novel sound like a certain type of novel. Okay, and then we have Remember Her. Remember Her was like this novel where the main character, I think she forgets this person and then she needs to remember her. I feel like this gives like 2013 a novel, like whereas like yeah, it just gives 2013, which that's not a bad thing, but like it's not 2013, I guess. I don't know. Even though it could still work, I just feel like does another novel have this name? I don't know. Then we have If I Could Dream Forever. If I Could Dream Forever is like Therapy Confessions, but like what Therapy Confessions was. This is also a good title. I just didn't like the I in the novel. Like If I Could Dream Forever, like If I Could Daydream Forever. I think my novel is less focused on the main character daydreaming. Like that's still such a big component of it, but the main relationship is a therapeutic relationship. Now that I'm writing it the way I am, so I feel like as novels like change, sometimes the name needs to change, and this was like the case for that title. Because like If I Could Dream Forever, like yeah, it's an okay title. Again, I don't like the I in it. Oh, I just realized If I Could Dream Forever, if I had the money. Okay, wow, the sun is coming out. It's 13. Okay, let me just, is there a pencil? Let me just put this here. Okay, I'm gonna, okay, and then I'll be back, hopefully today. Maybe not today though. Okay, I'm back. I put my clothes in the dryer and I came like 7 minutes early because I refuse to be that person who just like has their stuff in the washer and it's like done and it's just like standing there. Because like honestly, that was so annoying when I was like looking for a washer, and now I'm understanding. Like I remember like when people were like, oh my gosh, people took out my clothes, and I was like, oh, why would they do that? But now I'm just like, I get it. Yeah, because like there's like very few, and then it's like you're just taking it up by leaving it there, but whatever. We're back. We're talking about the titles. Okay. So I left off at If I Could Dream Forever, and now we're at Where Monsters Hide. Okay, so Where Monsters Hide is a fantasy, like contemporary fantasy book. It's about like these group of people who are just like different types of people, like vampires, there's a ghost, people with powers, witches, whatever. So we have those types of people, and like they are like in this like they run away, and like at least the main character who has like some sort of like who can like, I don't know, lift things with her mind or something like that, she runs away, and then she finds this group of people, and basically they're together. Okay, making sure my roommate isn't coming in, because like that would be awkward. But anyways, yeah, and basically they're just like people, and then they do their thing, you know, they hide. And I think it was about like what was it about? Oh yeah, this was the novel I read, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I should have just like continued writing this, because I feel like I could have just like made it a good novel if I had just like kept going. Yeah, so like basically this novel is about I don't know. I don't know the themes of the novel, because I feel like I could have crystallized that, because like it wasn't very clear. It was like they were running away because like they were gonna be killed, but like, and they get killed at 18 or something. And they get to live like as children, and but I don't know what the commentary would be, but like I feel like there could be something. And I like this title because like Where Monsters Hide, it fits with the genre, like it's giving like contemporary fantasy. It could be a contemporary fantasy. I like Where Monsters Hide, like, because obviously they're hiding, so like on that front, and thematically like monsters hiding, or it's like people with different whatever hiding, that just like thematically makes sense. I like that title. I'd title a book this if I were writing a contemporary fantasy book again. Then we have Winter Secret. Winter Secret is like, I think this was, again, it's like the depression novel. I guess that's her secret. I feel like that sounds like a mystery novel. Just, yeah, just that. And then Who Would I Be Without You? Who Would I Be Without You was, I think this was the same novel. Like I wrote this novel like over and over and over again, and like eventually I'm gonna write it like for my third novel, but like for a long time I was writing the same novel. So Who Would I Be Without You? I don't like the title. I feel like it just like, I don't know. It's first off way too long, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another thing. I don't like long titles. Like I hate it when a title is just like such a long thing. I just feel like 2-word titles are my favorite things. And then after that, I don't know. I just like 2-word titles. I feel like not every book can be a 2-word title, so that doesn't make sense, but whatever. Let me tie my shoes. Even though, why do I have shoes? Whatever. My thing is gonna be off at like an hour, so I have like an hour to, you know, whatever. But anyways, Who Would I Be Without You? It's just way too long of a title. I also just like think that it's just like a very much on the nose title. It basically says what it's gonna be about. Like it's not like a very short. My main problem was that length. Like if I could have just like shortened this and just like whatever, I think it could be good. Then we have The Weight of My Body, another like imagery thing of just like depression. I was doing that like over and over again. I feel like The Weight of My Body, because I feel like first off there was no like imagery about that or just like anything like that. Okay, I'm not a fan of novels where it's just like the title, like I feel like this title is symbolic of the novel, but it's never like mentioned in the novel, or it's just like, I feel like this is like one of those things where it's just like where an author takes what's called line from a novel and then just like makes it the title, and it's supposed to be symbolic, but it's not, because like it doesn't cover like the themes, it doesn't like cover like anything like that. It's just there, and I hate titles like that, which yeah, I don't like it. Whatever. Then we have When I Woke Up. I don't remember what novel this is. Again, I hate the eyes in my thing, which I have it in my current novel, so I'm just like, but I'm also like, I don't know, I kind of like ended the current novel. But When I Woke Up, I don't remember this novel. Let's just talk about the title again. When I Woke Up, what type of novel would this be? this could be a YA contemporary novel when I look up. I feel like this would have to be like very much like about a person who wakes up and then just like doesn't remember something or whatever. Like it has to be like an amnesia novel, which I know it wasn't that, so I don't know. Then how long is a lifetime? How long is a lifetime? I took this from like a quote from I think Van Gogh or something. Like it was like what was the quote? It was like something, a lifetime of sadness. I don't remember the quote, but anyways, it was a reference to that. How long is a lifetime? I feel like I always question this novel because I'm like, does it make sense? Like, I don't know. To you guys, it may or may not make sense. It's just like when, like, through my thought process, it did. And like, till this day, I question if this like makes sense. Like, how long is a lifetime? Like, obviously, a lifetime is a lifetime. Like, however long you live. I guess like the point of it was that a lifetime could be shortened or something like that. But like how long does a lifetime have to be or something? I don't know. But also, I'm just like, does the question make sense? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, how, yeah, I don't know. I just like question if that question makes sense. If it does, then it could be a good novel, a good title. But if it doesn't, then obviously it's bad. Then we have We Escaped the Church. This is like one of my favorite like YA contemporary novel titles, as because I did make that tier ranking video. It just like didn't work out because you couldn't see my face. It was a whole thing. And We Escaped the Church was about people, something about like religious trauma, and they like obviously like escape the church. I feel like this is like a perfect YA contemporary novel title. Like it's just like very campy, or it's like very just like YA contemporary. Like it talks about like obviously there's some sort of religious thing, and the theme of the novel is them trying to escape it, whoever they are. I don't remember who they were, but like, yeah, so I like that novel. And then just like that title, then obviously it's just like campy because like they escape the church. Like that just like seems like it could be on a YA contemporary novel as a title. Like it just seems like it's gonna be there. And I love it for a YA contemporary novel. Then we have, dang, I have some oil on my like whatever, because like I put some oil on my hair whatever. Then we have Worst Moments. Worst Moments was my it was a novel that was before winter, and basically Worst Moments was like this novel about this person who captures people, like takes pictures of people's worst moments. My problem with this novel title, or this title, was the fact that, okay, I feel like I'm saying like problems even though it's just like not a title problem, it's just like a me problem, but like whatever. Worst Moments, wait, is this like a title? This is like a story problem. Like, how would someone capture someone else's worst moments? Like, I don't know, like I feel like no one would agree to have a photographer just like meddle in their life and just like find out all the bad things and then take a picture of it and then just like make a series based on that. Like I like, and my reasoning was like, oh yeah, because like if they're famous, it's just like this big whatever. But I'm just like, that's not the type of writer I am. Like, I'm not gonna write a novel about that. And second off, it's just it didn't make sense. Like, the title makes sense for the novel, but like the scenario didn't make sense. So like, that's not a title problem, but like whatever. Then if I say was, which this, oh my gosh, this title makes me so mad. Like, I really wish I could just like throw it in the dumpster, because when at first when I heard If I Say, like I was like, okay, like If I Say, some sort of mystery novel. No, this was the first novel I ever wrote. I might link it down below if I remember, but like I was talking about like how I'm just gonna call it The Trio, because I was so mad about like the title I chose for the novel. So basically this was like the first novel I ever wrote. I did a reaction video on this channel, whatever. So basically If I Say is a novel about this girl named Grace, whatever, and she has a crush on her best friend. her best friend goes missing like the summer before, no, not summer before, the summer, yeah, the summer before like the school year starts or something. And basically the main character has to tell the family, because apparently she's been like keeping it a secret, which I'm just like, okay, if your child hasn't been home in like a month, you're gonna be like, okay, what the freak is going on? But whatever, like I don't know, but whatever. So it was like a contemporary novel, and then it dealt with the main character just like regretting what she didn't just like say, but like didn't admit to her, because this was like a queer like thing, and like basically she's like, oh my gosh, what is it, I never said anyway, it's a queer story, let me just get my brain in order. But basically she's just like, if I had, wait, what am I saying? Okay. Basically it's about regret, and just like her regretting not like ever sharing her feelings to her, and like it was very much just like, in a sense there was obviously that mystery novel-esque thing. I feel like if I were to ever rewrite it, I would have just killed off the main character, that instead of making her missing, because initially she was supposed to be killed off, but also I didn't want to kill her off, because I was like, in a way I was also like grappling with like my queerness in like that stage of my life, so it's just like I couldn't kill off the love interest person, because I was like, oh my gosh. So I never killed her off. So then there was that just like weird storyline, like if it were to be how I initially imagined it, the girl dies, this is like a thing that they all know, and like basically she's regretting all the things that she never like said to her. But like I feel like if I say sounds like a mystery novel, in a sense it became a mystery novel, because like I refused to kill off the main character's best friend that she liked. So yeah. Then we have Those Who Fail Us. Those Who Fail Us is also just like the novel I was talking about, that like in Visible Scars Winter, let's just call it winter right now, because I don't know if there's more, yeah, there's like more, but like winter, yeah, winter, like whatever. Okay, Those Who Fail Us was about like, yeah, it was obviously that novel, and it was basically how her parents failed her by not realizing. I don't know. I feel like it was less about failure, and that was my problem with the title. Like the main character was not, she was failed in a way, but like first off, everything works out in the end. Second off, I feel like the whole novel was not about how she was failed. I think it was also about her just like figuring things out in general, and she like, it was a whole thing, and so like whatever. So like I feel like that wasn't just like what the whole novel is about, and because of that I just don't like that title. It was just like a part of what the novel is about, and I don't like giving a title that is just about a part of the novel, which I feel like If I Had the Money is about a part of the novel, but it's also like just like, she also thinks about whatever, how it's just like everything, whatever, it's a whole thing. But yeah, I feel like that was just like a part of the novel. Then we have Portrait of a Broken Mind and Brie are so close to the end. Like we have like 3 more titles and then we're done. Okay, so we have Portrait of a Broken Mind. Portrait of a Broken Mind is about this girl. Why do I keep calling them girls? Like I always used to call my main character girls, because like I feel like my voice is low, whatever. I used to call them girls because like it was why a contemporary novel, so it made sense, but now it doesn't. So Portrait of a Broken Mind is about this girl, this young woman who takes pictures, and who she's a photographer, and basically she is in a rut at that particular moment, or she isn't, I don't know. And then she gets out of this rut, and like in order to get out of this rut, she ends up taking her personal life, and she looks at the deepest part of it, like the depression aspects of it, and she starts taking pictures or something. And basically she's trying to capture her broken mind, and the Portrait of a Broken Mind was like the title of the series, and basically she's in the process of making this series. So basically what went wrong with the novel, even though this video is not about what went wrong with the novel, it's about the title, whatever, what went wrong with the novel, just since we're already here, is the fact that it just felt like it was too episodic. Like, we'd get one picture how she makes one picture, then we needed to get how she makes the other picture, whatever. That doesn't matter though. Portrait of a Broken Mind. I feel like this was another title, like How Long Is It Lifetime, where I questioned how much it made sense. Like, I don't know, it in a way it doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know if, like, from outside perspective it makes sense, and it's just like it doesn't make sense because I've just like looked at the title so much, and I've just like inspected it so much and just like stared at it so much, and then I was just eventually just like, does that make sense? So I don't know. Then we have Unreal. Unreal was, if I Therapy Confessions, the original one. Again, the main character daydreams. Unreal, again, the reason why I ended up not using it. Someone's calling me. Anyways, the reason why I ended up not using Unreal is because the novel focuses less on. Can you guys like hear the like thing? Whatever. Because the novel focuses less on like the main character daydreaming and more on the therapeutic relationship. So it was just like a theme change. Then we have She's Gone. She's Gone. It was not a mystery novel. Again, like, I feel like a lot of these novels, the problem was the fact that I just wasn't doing the right genre. Like, She's Gone sounds like a mystery novel. It's a contemporary novel, and that just doesn't make sense. Now on to the last one. We have Therapy Confessions. Therapy Confessions is my favorite title I've ever made. Therapy Confessions, obviously, as I said before, it's about a main character princess who goes to therapy, and basically we follow this therapeutic relationship. And yeah, I love this novel. I like the title because, like, obviously it's about therapy. It's about the main character talking in therapy. The only one thing that I'm like, wait, does this make sense? Is like, it's called Confessions, and I was like, there's no religious aspect of the novel. So I'm like, whatever, but like, I want to like Confessions. Like, I don't know. Like, I just didn't want to call it like something else. I just feel like she's telling like all her, like, I don't know, secrets and stuff, the confessions, but like, I don't know, I questioned the confessions part of it, but like, I'm also like, I really like the title, unless it just like doesn't make sense. But I'm also like, hopefully it makes sense, because if it doesn't, then I realized I was wearing my other glasses because I was washing my hair, and when I was washing my hair I used these glasses, and like I can barely see you guys. Let me just put this on for the last second of it. Yeah, that's, I feel like, can you guys see more of a glare with which glasses do you guys see more of a glare with? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, Therapy Confessions, I really like that, and I love the title. Like, I wish every title was like that. It's a 2-word title, as I like, again, and I just love 2-word titles. They're my favorite thing ever, and it's just like, yeah. And thematically, like, it's about therapy. Like, thematically, there is like a therapy component on it. Then, whatever. Okay, so let's just like, I don't know, go through the things and just like talk about like what I think is a good title or what's a bad title. A good title is just like a title that you like. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, as long as it follows the genre conventions. And like, if you said this title out loud, someone would know what genre it is. You're good. Like, in my opinion, you're good for that part, or at least they wouldn't have this visceral reaction and think that it's a certain genre, and turns out it's not. Basically, as long as you have a title like that, I don't like long titles, but like, it can be long, whatever. But also like not too long. Also just like goes through like the themes of your novel, and it's like whatever, because I feel like a lot of novels, especially like literary fiction novels, their titles are just like so just like out of the just like here, and I'm just like, guys, where are you getting this title from? Like, they're like, oh my gosh, thematically somewhere in the process you get this title, and it's like, no, like, if I were to I don't know, even in my opinion, I'm just like, if you read the title, you low-key know what the novel is about. I'm personally like that, but like I'm also like, if you finish the novel, you should know why the title is there. Like, I don't know, I feel like this is the whole little trend in literary fiction where they just like have this random title, but like, I don't know, maybe it's just like trends and whatever, but like, I don't know. Then what else? You have to make sense genre wise. Okay, one word titles. When it comes to one word titles, you have to be like very careful when it comes to one word titles. Like, one word titles almost never work. In order to do a one word title, it has to be like thematically correct. It has to be like character correct. Like, whose character, like, actually, technically not all things are character related. Mine is character related, but it doesn't always have to be. Even non-character related, like Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins, does that make sense? Because it's just like whatever. But like, I feel like it has to be like very like you have to be very just like, I don't know, careful with those, because like they almost never work. Then what else? I feel like I was just saying the same things over and over again, so unless I said something like specific that you remember, just like take that, whatever I said. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Wait. Oh yeah, in my other videos I'm talking about my novel Therapy Confessions again, which is a novel about a main character named Princess who goes to therapy, and we just like follow her therapeutic relationship. And basically right now I'm in the stage where I'm reading I'm reading the novel, and I'm rereading it, and that video will probably be after this video. Yeah, so like you can wait for that video. And anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.